Well, hello. I want to share with you a book called First Snow in the Woods. Given that winter is approaching and the snow is definitely in the near forecast, I thought this would be a great read aloud to share with you. This is actually a photographic fantasy or a photographic essay, so to speak, written by Carl R. Sams II and Jean Stoick. So what's really neat about this book is all of the pictures are photographs, and it just kind of gives you a moment to kind of tune into what's happening out in nature. And also, it's got beautiful, beautiful photographs of animals and different nature scenes and awesome vocabulary and strong verbs. The authors do a really nice job of kind of bringing the reader into their story. So, this is called First Snow in the Woods. All right. For those who protect wild places and love wild things. So that's the dedication. The northern lights faded bright to dim, like a distant torch flickering across the cold night sky. The owl had seen all this before, but something was different. Something told him tonight he must begin a long journey south. In a morning meadow far away, fog tiptoed in without a sound. Dew sparkled on fragile webs where a family of deer grazed. A soft breeze crossed the meadow and whispered, "Do you know what's happening?" The spider spun her web and tidied up a fly into another tasty bundle. In the same meadow, a woolly bear inched his way along a fern, then onto another, chewing, doing what woolly bears do best. And I found one of these on my hike this weekend. A dragonfly waited patiently for his wings to dry. He had hatched during the midsummer green, long, long ago in dragonfly time. When will the new season begin? When dragonflies no longer fly. A noisy chipmunk broke the silence of the meadow. "Hey, Spotty, you don't look so good," he called out, munching a tiny red crab apple. "You're losing your spots and your coat's looking scruffy. Better start hiding your acorns," he warned. "Why would I want to hide acorns?" wondered the fawn. "Acorns are everywhere." So Chipmunk is talking to the fawn. As the summer faded and the sweet nectar plants no longer flowered, soon the monarch would follow a distant memory. On fragile wings, his heart song would lead him to a tropical garden thousands of miles away. The hummingbird heard the same green song playing in his head, a gentle memory of a faraway place. The tiny traveler would leave the meadow that morning. So they're all preparing for this new season. It was a time of change. Dewy webs hung on goldenrod and covered the morning fields. So many woodland birds had left for distant places, taking their songs with them, and at the edge of the woods, a small squirrel chattered. "Have you heard?" asked the red squirrel. "The great gray owl is on his way from the far north. He only stays here during the harshest winters." The wind ruffled her fur as she snatched up a double acorn to tuck away. "First snow is coming. It's coming early." A woodchuck squeezed out of his hole, blinking his eye. "I'm only going to say this one time," announced the grump. "Hibernate, hibernate, hibernate!" The sun melted the frost from the meadow, pushing away the fog and warming the shadows. "Are you listening?" asked Mother Doe, standing quietly. "It's happening." The frost had silenced the wings of the dragonflies. "The new season is here," she bleated softly. Leaf by leaf, the green world gave way to the blazing reds and golds. The painted turtle climbed onto a rock, warming himself into the fading rays of the sun. "Soon I will bury myself into the thick mud and sleep until spring. It's what turtles do." So thinking about what's happening outside right now looks pretty similar. A red maple leaf held stubbornly, twisting and turning on its stem. "Let it happen," nudged the breeze, and so it did, breaking away soundlessly, floating down, twisting and turning. The fawn was paying attention. "Why are the leaves falling? Why is my coat changing? Where have so many of the birds gone? Asked the fawn. All things change, Mother Doe spoke in a gentle voice. All creatures must prepare and be ready to follow their heart song. The fawn didn't feel ready. Did he even have a heart song? Yet, as the evening slowly darkened the woods, he felt safe with his mother by his side. Each night stole more light from the day and held back the morning sun. Honking geese flew across the sky, announcing the changing seasons. The raccoon poked his head out of a snug hole in a tree to listen to morning sounds and to sniff the cool air. He'd hunted frogs and crayfish in the moonlight along the muddy pond. At daybreak, he overturned rotted bark, finding plump grubs and runaway beetles. His heart song played softly in his head. Can you feel it? It's coming. Good morning, said the two mice, peeking out from underneath the leaves. Today's the day. They both agreed. Today's the day? Questioned the fawn with his frosted breath. I don't understand. It's true, I've heard it's true. The great owl is on his way down from the north, called out the chickadee-dee. Are you ready, dee-dee-dee? Ready? Ready for what? Questioned the fawn as Mother Doe just kept munching her acorns. It's very confused. Everyone else, all the other animals seem to understand what's going on. So why do you suppose he doesn't or she doesn't understand what's happening outside? The snowshoe hare balanced a white paw on a small tree as she chewed its tender needles. Soon her fur would be totally white. In winter, white is good. Suddenly, a dark shadow soared above the rabbit's head. The great gray owl landed with ruffled feathers on the top of a swaying spruce. He had hidden the north winds many miles with a storm on his tail. Creatures of the forest, prepare! Prepare! The first winter storm is here! But I'm not ready, said the fawn, standing all alone. The snowflakes floated downward, covering the meadow. What's happening? Why can't everything stay the same? The wind turned colder and the snow fell harder. The fawn shook the wet snow from his ears. I don't like this. The robin agreed. He wished he had left earlier, leaving his sweet berries behind. Hey, where's your home? Called out a frantic chipmunk. Don't you know you need a hole? Here, help me dig. I'll make it big. A hole in the ground? Wondered the fawn. He shook his head. But where's my home? Where should I go? I'm not ready. You are ready, spoke Mother Doe. She spoke softly as she appeared out of the storm. You are ready for the first snow of the season. Come, follow me. We will travel with the rest of our family to the cedar swamp. There we'll find shelter and escape the winter winds. The owl watched from above as the small family of deer made their way down to the low ground where the cedar trees grow thick. Whistling winds and the white snow swirled and whirled through the night, and then silence. The fawn woke up. With deep snow all around him, the whiteness had made him blink. Nicely done! You are prepared! You're almost as plump as me, said the fox squirrel. And that thick winter coat will keep you warm and dry. As the fawn looked about, he heard the familiar calls of the winter birds, chickadees, cardinals, and blue jays. A calm came over him as he listened to the snow falling softly. Now he knew he was ready. He had found his winter home. He had heard his heart song. And that is the first snow in the woods. So as our new season approaches, I want you to be a little bit more aware and a little more mindful of what's happening outside and just take that moment to appreciate that change. Well, thanks for listening.